Hi guys, week 8A, so second week of the 4th month of the cycle. So at the next week will be getting ready week, the week after that will be pre-test, and the week after that will be graduation. Outside today because it's just too nice to stay in. So we're going to start off with a warm-up. These are scissor runs, so your feet are front and back, and you have opposite hand and foot up. And it turns out that with my sunglasses on, I can't see the timer, so this is just going to be a guess on how long we're going. And then punches. Keep your feet moving. Keep your hands up. I gotta come over here to see what's next. Okay, turns out here, when I change the angle a bit, I can see the clock. That makes it much easier. Okay, next one. You're gonna draw an X on the floor so that you have 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're hopping around the box. And after you go around a couple times, switch directions. And knees. Other side. Okay, jumping jacks. If you haven't figured out the cross jacks yet, do it now. And kicks. Front, side, back. When you're doing this outside, unless you have like a perfect, smooth, manicured lawn, it's much harder to maintain your balance on the uneven surface. But honestly, if you have to defend yourself, it's not going to be on the nice, smushy floor inside the dojo. So make sure that you're still paying attention to your feet and to the direction that they're pointing in relation to your kick. Don't lose that just because you're trying to maintain your balance outside. And back to the beginning. Scissor runs. 1 foot forward, 1 back. Opposite hands. And punches. Keep your hands up. Keep your feet moving. If you want to throw a few other techniques in there, that's okay, as long as it's all upper body techniques. Okay, box on the floor. Hop. Knees. Other side. And jacks. Switch it to cross jacks. There's a hole right there. And time. Okay, we're going to stretch. Reach up as if you're putting your hands like you're in that room in Star Wars where the room is trying to squish you, except instead of squishing you this way, it's squishing you this way. So your feet on the floor, hands on the ceiling, and you're pushing the ceiling up so it doesn't smush you. Now the room's going front to back. So put your hands on the wall in front of you, lean your butt on the wall behind you, hold the wall open. Reach for the floor. Down on the side stretch. Can't tell if I'm in the picture or not. I think so. Come through the center. Push your knees out. And then other side. And back up. Bring your feet a little closer. Put your hands on the floor. Come down in a squat. Push your knees out. Rock back and forth a little bit. Hands back on the floor, straighten out your legs. Bring your feet together and come back down. Keep your heels on the floor. And up. Okay, so we're gonna play a game. I guess it's a game, it's a karate game. Some of you guys have done this with me in class. Normally if we do this in class, it's called add a technique. So one person gives us a technique and we do it. Then the next person adds a technique and we do the two together. And then the next person adds a technique. So we're building up. This month we're working on focus. So you gotta focus on remembering what the technique is. But since you can't yell back, well, some of you, Jenny and Jimmy, are yelling back at me and that's cool, but I can't hear you. So I get to pick all the techniques. You're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so the first one is a front kick. Off your back leg, landing back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the next technique that we're gonna add to that is a back fist. So, back leg front kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then I think the next thing that we're going to add is a back leg side kick landing forward. This is going to change your stance now, which means the next set will be on the other side. 1, big holes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 3 techniques. We're gonna add a 4th one now. High block with your front hand, reverse punch with the back hand. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's the front kick, back fist. Side is from the white belt curriculum. Side kick is pretty much everybody's curriculum. High block reverse punch is in the beginner forms. We're going to add to this a rear leg round knee. So we start here. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, I would like you to do 5 more, but I'm not going in the interest of time, I'm not going to do 5 more right now. What I'm interested in, 2 things. I'm really interested in you working on the techniques and your conditioning, but I'm interested in you working on the focus too. So when we get to the end, or if you want to pause it now, do 5 more sets of that. We're going to add 1 more technique to that, spin reverse crescent kick. So we start here. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee, spin, reverse crescent. So that's 1. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee, spin, reverse crescent. That's 2. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee, spin, reverse crescent. 3. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee, spin, reverse crescent. That's 4. 1 more. Front kick, back fist, side kick, high block punch, knee, spin, reverse crescent. What I'd like you to do is add a couple of more techniques to that. So if you're taking class, doing class with somebody in your house, each of you pick another technique or 2 to add to the end of that. If you're doing it by yourself, give somebody in your house a list of techniques and have them call out a couple more to you and add it on to the end of that. Okay, so now, this is the 4th month. You should know your forms. They should be part of you now, so I can start messing with them. So white belts, you guys have basic form 1 and basic form 2. My papers are trying to blow away. Okay, you guys have basic form 1 and basic form 2. They're very similar, but what we're going to do is I'm going to do a phrase of basic form 1, a phrase of basic form 2, a phrase of basic form 1, a phrase of basic form 2. So we start here, and the first phrase is basic form 1. Next phrase is basic form 2. Then basic form 1. then basic form 2, then basic form 1, then basic form 2, then basic form 1, and basic form 2. Okay, so I want you to run through that. At least, if you're a white belt, at least 10 times. You can come ahead and do the other drills if you would like to too, but I want you to either now while we're doing this or at the end, go back and do that 10 times. So now beginners, 2 things for you to do. The first one is we're just putting together basic form 3 and keying on Showdown. Alternating phrases like we did with basic form 1 and basic form 2. So we start off basic form 3, keying on Showdown. Basic form 3. Keying on Showdown. Basic form 3. Keying on Showdown. Basic form 3. Keying on Showdown. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put all 4 of those together. They all have the same pattern on the floor. So you're going to alternate your phrases. So we start off with basic form 1, basic form 2, basic form 3, keying on Showdown, basic form 1, basic form 2, basic form 3, keying on Showdown. Okay, so what I'm really looking for from you guys is all 4 of those together. You can do 3 and keying on Showdown together once or twice, but I would like to see 10 times through. And send me a video of this. If you have questions, well, I'll get to that at the end, but I'd like to see 10 times through that compilation of the 4 forms. And don't start at basic form 1 every time. Next time start with basic form 2, then basic form 3. So you go 3, 4, 2, 1. So you're picking different phrases. Okay, Nyanchi doesn't quite lend itself to that. So we're gonna do first with Nyanchis. I'm gonna get my stool. I don't know. Okay, so can you see me? Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is Nyanchi Samdan with just your hands. That's the wrong way. I'm thinking mirror to you. Okay, so first time, just your hands. Next time, just your, and I don't want hands doing this in between. Put your hands here, put them in your pockets. See, I have pockets in my leggings, all clothes should have pockets. So I'm gonna start off Nyanchi Samdan. Okay, so at least once, just hands. Then at least once, just feet. And then go back and repeat. You can either just do just hands 5 times and just feet 5 times, or you can do just hands, just feet, just hands, just feet, or mix the phrases up like that. It's the end of the cycle. You should own the form now. Okay, row high. So what we're gonna do with row high, we're gonna add phrases. So we start here, we do the first phrase. Well, it's not really phrases, I guess. Each phrase should be one attacker, but the black belt forms tend to be more circles. So I'm gonna put the breaks where I think they need to be. If you guys wanna put them in different places, that's okay. Then I'm gonna go back to the beginning and I'm gonna add the next bit. Then I'm gonna go back to the beginning again and add the next bit. And then I'm gonna go back to the beginning again and add the next bit. And then back to the beginning of the next bit. Okay, so like that, all the way to the end. And once you've got to the end, do it like that at least 3 more times. So, wipeouts, basic form 1 and 2. Beginners, 1, 2, 3, ping on Showdown. Advanced, Nyanchi, Samdan, just hands and just feet. Black belts, row high, adding phrases. Okay, so now, really what I would like to do with self-defenses this last month is make sure you own them. It's very hard to practice self-defense entirely in the air. So if there's somebody that's in your house that you can talk into, well, if it's somebody else in your house in the Tang Soo Do class, you're good, because you both need partners. But if you don't, I don't know, you could offer to cook something for them. Go grocery shopping so they don't have to. Do some laundry, I don't know. Bribe them somehow to get them to attack you. The attacks I want to work on today would be 2 different handshake defenses. And these ones, again, these are hard to see without a body attacking you. The first one, white belt defenses are for somebody who's being a nudge, not for somebody who's threatening your life. So somebody grabs your hand, you pull them off balance, you make a peace sign over their wrist, take their thumb, squish it down, violence. So again, they grab, pull them off balance, peace sign over their wrist, hand, thumb against their thumb, push, violence. The other handshake is the grind. On some people this works really well, on some people it doesn't work at all. So if it doesn't work and you're standing there and they're doing this, you have to be conscious they have another hand that could punch you in the head with. So if this doesn't work quickly, move on to something else. Okay, so they're going to, the spot that you want here, can you see it? You've got this web between your thumb and your forefinger, and where the bone is, the bone of your index finger, you want to be digging in under there. So they're shaking your hand. You're going to pull them off balance. You're going to grab your own thumb, and then you're going to take the knuckle of your index finger and you're going to put it into that spot in their finger and grind. Okay? If they let go, punch them, kick them, get away. If they don't let go, hit them or do something else, but don't stand there focused on your finger and get punched in the head. So again, they pull them away. Grab your own thumb, knuckle into that spot, violence. Okay, so those are for the beginners. You can do the rest of them if you want to too, that's fine. Sorry, that's white belts. Beginners, hidden sword. I'll show you both directions. Somebody chokes you, it's little bugs. It's still better than being inside. Somebody chokes you, you gotta breathe. So you're gonna squish their fingers. Little step forward. Tuck your foot behind. I'm not taking a big step, that's gonna make me choke more. I'm just moving my foot forward enough that I can get the other foot behind. This hand comes here, I turn. My forearm is gonna break their elbow. And then depending on how tall they are, either the temple or the side of the neck or the floating ribs. And then violence. Okay, so from the other direction, it looks like this. Squish, little step, step behind, hide the sword. Turn, break their elbow. Violence. Okay, so that's hidden sword. Lapel grab with a hook punch. Somebody's trying to punch you in the head. What's the most important thing to do? You know the answer to this. Yes? It's get out of the way. So they're trying to punch you in the head. This hand is not a bad idea to have this hand up, just to protect your head. As they throw the punch, get out of the way. Break their fingers, break their face. More violence. Okay, so again, they're grabbed here. Punch is coming with that hand, I'm gonna step away. Block the punch, the other hand's up, protecting my face. If they let go, I'm good. If they're still holding on and they do this, I'm gonna break their fingers. Now I'm down, I use that upward momentum to come up under the chin, and then violence. And then from the advanced curriculum, knife to throat, 2 different ways. They're holding a lapel with one hand, and they have the knife in the other hand. In the first case, the knife is here. So you need to get out of the way so it doesn't cut your neck. Okay, so the knife is here. I'm gonna trap this hand so it doesn't hit me. Then I'm gonna lean back and push the knife so it cuts their own wrist. Then I'm gonna grab turkey head, turkey butt, tight into my body, step behind, take them down, and disarm. Okay, if the knife is here to the side of your neck, it would be really foolish to lean back and get cut. So if the knife is here, I'm just gonna take my wrist and put it on their wrist and peel the knife out of the way. So I'm still got this hand here trapped, peel the knife away. Punch them a few times so they don't think about hitting you with the other hand. Grab here, turkey head, turkey butt, step behind. Take them down, disarm. Okay, so you have 5 self-defenses, or 6 actually, 2 different handshakes. Rear choke from behind, hidden sword. Lapel grab and hook punch. Lapel grab and 2 different knife defenses. So if you're working with somebody, take turns back and forth, randomly attacking each other with these attacks. If you're working on your own, get somebody in your house to come and attack you. Or call out, if they don't want to attack you, if they're not comfortable doing this, have them at least call out the self-defenses so you can practice them in the air. Okay, next thing. Weapons. We're gonna do, actually we'll start with the beginner one. We're gonna do the same thing here that we did with some of the forms, and we're gonna build phrases. So, from the beginner curriculum, we have this single stick set. So we start off 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go back to the beginning again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we put the whole thing together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then do the same thing on the other hand. Start with the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you can get somebody in your house to practice this with you, do it like that. 4 counts, 8 counts, 12 counts, 16 counts. The advanced form really already does that. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. It builds on each other. So I want you to do, you're gonna do this once in the air on your own. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to go back and forth. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back up. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then spin. Back and forth and spinning if you can. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you have enough space, teacups. You know what I mean by teacups, right? Like the teacup ride at the fair. So it's going around and it's going around. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because in reality, this is a self-defense. And if you have to use it as a self-defense, it's going to look way more like teacups than like standing in one spot doing the same thing. My stick's there so my papers don't blow away, and I messed with my tripod. Okay, so from the advanced curriculum, side form, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add one phrase at a time. So we start here, and we do the first phrase. Then we go back to the beginning. And we do 2 phrases. And we go back to the beginning. Then we go back to the beginning again. And then the next time we finish it. Okay, so end of the cycle. You guys should own this stuff by now. If you have questions about technique questions about the forms, about the self-defenses, take a little video, direct message me, Facebook message me with your question, and I will answer you back the same way. I'm always looking for you to put your pictures, your comments underneath this as long as you tag me. Sometimes it doesn't show up as much as I would like, but if you have specific questions, put them in Messenger. Next week, if people send me questions, next week I will try to answer everybody's questions in class so that we're ready for stripe test and graduation. Talk to you guys later.